Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier. So in my previous video, I have already discussed how regression tree and classification tree forms, right? So if you have not checked those two videos, please go through the link given in the description because those two videos will be helpful to understand this particular concept. Okay. So if you just recall my previous video, I have taken all the input features as continuous features for forming regression or classification tree, right? But it is not going to happen that all of my explanatory variable or input features are going to be continuous features. Some of them might be categorical also. How splitting happens based on categorical feature, that particular part I have not discussed till now. That discussion I will do in my upcoming videos. In my this video, I am going to discuss one very important point or issue related to splitting based on continuous feature. Okay. So suppose one of my explanatory variable or input feature is age. I have taken all the distinct values of my age and sorted them, and I have got this particular set 10, 20, 30, 40. Then what I have told you, 10 I will be making one cut and I will calculate the error, whether that is classification or regression does not matter. Obviously we are going to calculate some error, right? Then at 20 again I am going to make one cut, okay, and then in the whole left hand and right hand side I will compute the error. Then I will try with 30, then I will try with 40. For which value I will be getting minimum error, that will be my splitting criteria, okay, for with respect to that particular feature. Then for all other feature I have to check, right, and that feature and that particular value for which I am getting minimum error, I will be choosing that for that as splitting criteria in that particular stage of decision tree formation, right? Now the problem is that, see, suppose when we are making cut on the value 20 and calculating error in the left and right hand side, that time we are getting minimum error. That may be classification or regression problem. The problem is that the training data which is for this 20, okay, at this particular point some training data is present, right? Now when we are keeping our cut on this training data, then on which part you are going to map this training data, that is going to be one problem, because you are making cut based on this particular line. Then how can you say whether this 20, this training data is coming on the left hand side or right hand side, because the line separating line or splitting cut is going via this particular training data. So we can neither map exactly, if you think logically, we can neither map this particular training data in the left hand side or in the right hand side. So that is going to be one problem. So I cannot say like this threshold greater than equal to 20, because how I know at exactly threshold equal to 20 training data either that is properly classified or misclassified, because that is creating an ambiguity, right? So to avoid this, we just make one little modification which you must keep in your mind, okay? Cut at the middle. Instead of cut on this data, what we'll do, we will cut at the middle. This is the idea, okay? So what I mean to say, same, okay, first take the distinct values, then sort them. Suppose I am getting 10, 20, 30, 40. Now instead of making cut on the on one single training data, that is at exactly on 10 or at exactly or on 20 or at exactly on 30 or at exactly on 40, we make cut in the middle part, and that will be clear, right? That will not make any problem which we are facing while making cut on this particular training data, because this time suppose I am making cut in between 10 and 20, so we can decide threshold greater than equal to 15 and threshold less than 15. No, all the training data we can just map in a either in left hand side or in the right hand side properly. But if we make the cut on this particular training data, then we cannot map this particular training data in either side, right? Because this is on that line, neither left nor right. But here when we are creating the cut based on the middle value of two data, that time I have no problem on mapping mapping all the training data, so either in the left or in the right hand side, right? So what will be my algorithm? The algorithm is simple. First, take one particular feature, take the distinct values, sort them, and arrange like this. Each time you try with the middle value as threshold. Okay, so what I will do first, in between 10 and 20, one cut 15 at threshold greater than equal to 15 and threshold less than 15, like that I will check the cut and calculate the error. Then in between 20 30, that is 25, I will select the threshold and check the error, and then in between 30 and 40 I will make cut and check the error, like that. Suppose I am getting the minimum error, whether that is classification error or regression error, at this particular cut. Okay, when I am deciding threshold as 25. Okay, that then I will choose for this particular feature H, I should decide the threshold as 25. Now like this I have to check for all other features, that for that particular feature, for that particular threshold for which I am getting minimum error, that I am going to choose as the splitting criteria for that particular stage of decision tree, right? As simple as that. So what is the algorithm with respect to coding point of view? If I say algorithm, proper algorithm, so that we can code. So first consider a single feature H. Okay, take the distinct values and then sort, obviously, and suppose values are v1 v2 dot dot vn. Okay, then for I equal to 1 to n minus 1, so if there are the n distinct values for my feature H, after sorting we are getting this kind of set, then I have to iterate n minus 1 time for that particular feature, right? Because if there are 4 data points, the middle cut will appear 3 times. See, n minus 1, 4 minus 1, 3 times, right? Obviously it is quite clear. So consider splitting criteria Ti as Vi plus 1 by 2. Okay, so basically one data plus the next one by 2, that is middle value we are choosing. You can easily understand if you have done simple data structure and algorithm course in your BTech degree or in placement preparation, right? So for suppose I equal to 1, so T of 1 will be V of 1 plus V of 1 plus 1, that is 2. So V of 1 plus V of 2 by 2. So if you consider this particular scenario, V of 1, first data point is 10, V of 2 is 20, so 10 plus 20 by 2, that is 15, like that. Okay, then suppose I equal to 2, what will happen? V of 2 plus V of 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2, V of 2 plus V of 3 by 2. So my T of I or splitting criteria will be V of 2 is 20, V of 3 is 30, 20 plus 30 by 2, that is 25, like that it will go. So compute the classification error, or if it is regression problem then calculate the corresponding regression mean square error for the threshold split Ti. Okay, considering this as splitting criteria, calculate the error. Choose that Ti which is giving me lowest classification or regression error, and this is how we are computing threshold splitting criteria for one feature. Like that we have to compute for all the features, right? So this is what is the algorithm for deciding the splitting criteria or threshold for continuous feature, because you can understand these are continuous feature, right? Now in my next video I will be discussing how to compute for categorical data. Okay, so stay tuned. This is all for this video. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and comment. Subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed till now, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of my latest videos. Thank you for watching.